Hello everyone, welcome back. Well, back being a relative term, back to my channel, but welcome to the Let's Play of Adventures of Lolo 3. Yes, we've done the first two, we're going to do the third one. And the third one does change things a little bit, in that it's not... Well, it plays pretty much the exact same. You have rooms, you have puzzles, you solve the puzzles, you clear the rooms. It does that. But it adds another element we will go into fairly early on. Not so much that there's a story. There was always a story, it was just really simplistic, except this time, the big bad evil guy is turning everyone into stone and not just rescuing one person. In this case, the other person is joining us for the adventure, and you kind of switch between them at any point in time you want to. We'll show that off in a second. But anyway, we hit start, and here we are. You see Lolo and you see Lala walking back and forth. They could go back to the castle, but actually they couldn't. There's nothing there for them. We kinda, sorta get an overworld map here. Oh look, that's level 1. We don't want to go to level 1 yet. Over here is level 3. And it has a big padlock on the door. And if we hang out here long enough, you will see things pop up out in the windows. I think it's random, but most of the time I've just seen Rocky pop up there. Oh, wait around a second. Yeah, there's Rocky. You don't believe me, you can rewind the video and look in the rightmost window, or not the rightmost window, but the right of the 3 on screen windows. He popped up there, and there he is on the left. And other members will show up here. It just takes a little while for them to pop up. But yeah, they decided for Lolo 3 to give it, well, an overworld. So you actually get kind of a sense of progression. Over here is level 2. But level 3 we can't actually do anything with until we finish levels 1 and 2. Also, if at any time you want to switch between them, you can switch over to the other one by pressing the A button. Also, I'm not quite sure why this water is yellow and that water is blue. I don't want to think too hard on that, for obvious reasons. But if you need to get a feel for the game, and because we played the other 2 games as Lolo, I'm playing this one as Lala mostly, there is no difference between the 2 characters, just color and a bow. But the trees. The trees are where Grandpa resides. And the trees are like, welcome, spelled welcome, Princess Lala. Show us your moves, essentially. And you get a few very basic puzzle rooms that are designed to see if you know the tricks of the trade. But let's say, oh, I can't figure this one out. I hit select. We don't get a death animation, and in fact, there are no death animations in this, or there are no death game overs. Let me say that again. You don't get the death animation for quitting. In fact, there are no lives to be considered, is what I was trying to say. There are no lives to be considered here because, well, you just get infinite lives. And if we quit there, he'd give us a hint. Take all the heart frames, and the jewel box will open. When you take in the jewel, the door will open. We give up. And during these sections, we can watch Grandpa do it. This works in any of the Grandpa stages. For, yes, these are your tutorial. So if you cannot figure out a puzzle, you can watch him do it, and then he makes you do it just to make sure you get the hang of it. But yes, once again, moving half onto a square does not count on moving onto a square. A square being 4 of the little ones, I guess. But Grandpa has a few stages to test our basic knowledge. Yeah, catch on fast. So now we have Medusas, and of course, the emerald frames have gotten a complete redesign. Now they kind of look like a treasure chest. I know they're supposed to be 3D, but they were not drawn in 3D proportions. But just to show you, half a box will still block things. See? Perfectly fine. I'm not going to make Grandpa do all the work here. And there is more than one tree, so we get advanced tactics in the next tree. But we don't get to meet that tree until later. So those two gave us 4 shots. We have 2 Medusas we gotta block, and we have a Snaky completely blocking up the path there. There we go. These are very, very basic rooms, as you would expect. And this one's going to teach us, hey, you can cross water with a Snaky. Or other monster, but Snaky is the most common. That is kind of Snaky's lot in life, to suffer. And become our tool, basically. So now we have a bunch of Snakies guarding a chest. We have a Snaky that we need to cross water with. And we have a Snaky on the left that's going to block a Medusa for us. Fortunately, we only have the 1 framer here. So we grab that. It gives us our first 2 shots. And we get to use you. Get to do that. Then we cross the water. Then we get rid of you. And that clears the tutorial. Very, very basic stuff, that tutorial. Now, instead of ending the video right here, which I could, let's go ahead and get through the first 5 rooms, shall we? There is a trick or two in these 5 rooms, but the first 5 rooms in level 1 are not generally going to be too bad. Yeah, this is going to be a little longer first video, but the other trees will have more tricks we actually have to work on, and will actually do things we need, and will actually present us with actual puzzles. For now, though, they're taking it very, very easy on us, because of course they are. Just move you out of the way, grab this, get the 2 extra shots, get rid of you, and out of the room. Now we have enemies that are going to spit fire at us. Although they're not exactly the most fearsome enemies known to man. However, you can actually zap us. Not easily, but, you know. Whichever one you think you're most scared of, you can do quite a bit of damage here. Even though if you look at the way these are positioned, this one can zap you after you grab the heart frame if you're not careful. This one can zap you as you try to cross right here, and you're a little closer to here. So, you know, you don't have to block off this one at all, because you can just completely avoid him. But just however you want to block them off, you don't even have to mess with the frame. It does help, though, just a little bit. And we do have to be kind of careful here, because if we try to pass her on the wrong side of the room, we get zapped by Medusa. So you have to block the Medusa at the bottom off to the right. Because as you'd see, just to even grab anything here. And then you have to block you off at the top, and that's pretty much it. And then this actually does provide a tiny bit of a puzzle if you're new to the series. The first thing we need to do is be able to grab all these heart containers. And that's going to start by grabbing that. Getting our shots. And then we've got 2 shots and 2 enemies that are right here, pinned in very nicely for us to be able to do something like this. Or, see, you can totally screw this up by pressing 1 bit too far, like I just did. Damn. But we don't have a life counter, as you noticed. Let's go ahead and redo this, huh? And let's not step too far. And, let the leaper sleep on us there. Let's actually turn it into an egg before we go any further. Grab that while they're nowhere near us. We can grab this. It doesn't really matter if they fall asleep or not. Because there was literally nothing these 2 could do to screw us up, unless we walked into the room, which there's no reason to. Then they would kill us on sight. But that is kind of your introduction to those enemies, the Leapers and the Almas. And there we go. Area 1 finished, and we got a rainbow egg. The rainbow egg is an item that we will need to progress past Area 3. But we will see that when we see that. But for now, yeah, I'm gonna call this a video here. You got to see me screw up once. It's all good. But anyway, until next time where we take on World 2, the other volcano over there, take care everyone.